Welcome back, my friends. My name's Gareth. This is Tech Check. This week, I want to check out this little bad boy here. This is a 10-meter light strip from Lepro. It's their Dreamcolor version. It costs £32. It's 10 meters, no Bluetooth, no Wi-Fi, uses an RF remote. Why did I buy it? I want to do an unboxing. I want to actually review it, and I want to see if I can give you that seal and recommendation. Was it actually worth it? So before we get into the video, guys, if this is something that takes your fancy and you're interested in purchasing this, I will leave the links down below in the description, so do check them out. So what we'll do first is we'll do a quick overview of the box and outer packaging. And to be quite frank with you, there isn't a great deal. It literally just says flexible RGB LED light strips, Dreamcolor on the front, a picture of an RF remote, and the actual strip itself. There's a little bit of diagrams on the side here, which just says on-off switch, its operating temperatures, and then 15,000 hours worth of rating. So let's crack it open. So opening up the box, guys, we've got what looks like a quick start guide and installation. We also have a user manual, which is there. As we take the LED light strips out, we have one 5-meter strip there, another 5-meter strip there. As we're located in the UK, we have a UK plug. We also have an inline controller, as well as some mounting hardware as well, and the remote, and a battery. More clips, and a little bit more paraphernalia inside here as well, just saying problem, needs service, and telling you how to put the battery into the remote. So as you can see there, guys, we have got the plug socket. The length of that cable there is 1.5 meters. So not a huge length of power cable there, but I'm guessing that it's a standard length. The hardware that was included in the box also include these clips as well. They've got 3M on one side, but they also do come with screws as well. So the actual light strips themselves have got 3M tape at the back, but if you feel more secure by utilizing the clips every 30 or 40 centimeters, you can also utilize the 3M tape or the screws provided. In terms of our remote, just a standard RF remote with Lepro on the back. We do have to pull the tag in order to initialize the actual battery. It does come with one battery, and then they do very kindly provide you with a replacement battery also. So very, very straightforward, guys. Standard buttons, mode, speed and brightness. We've also then got color as well as our RGB standard colors on the front. Now, this controller also does come with an inline mic as well. So it is musically operated, so you can change certain options, and we will explore that in a couple of seconds. So taking a closer look at this LED controller, we can see on the top here, we've got our color selection, we've got our power selection, and then we've got our mode selection. At the bottom, we've got our IR receiver, which is just here. And then we've got our 2 outputs for the connections for each of the light strips itself. Those connections are really, really straightforward, guys. All we've got to ensure is that we line those up. We've got 3 pin connectors inside. We've got 3 pins here. We just need to match the male and the female connections, push together, and that's each one connected correctly. So unfortunately, with this 10-meter light strip, there are 2 5-meter rolls, which means that you cannot have a continuous 10-meter strip. They do have 2 separate individual connectors, so they will both start at the same place. So if you're looking to go 10 meters, then this is not going to be the light strip for yourself. So what we'll do, we'll take a closer look at the light strip, we'll unroll one of them, and then we'll hook up some power and look at the effects. So on closer inspection, guys, these are model number PR410092 RGB. The 36 watt, 12 volt DC, and they are 3 amp. And they are also IP65 as well. So I would say they're splash proof. Okay. So they've got this fantastic gel coating, which I personally like because, like I said, with being splash proof, I also think that they offer a little bit of diffusion as well, so the lights aren't so harsh. And not only that, I think that they tend to last longer and stay cleaner with this coating on as well. As we said previously, we've got this 3M tape which is already supplied at the back, so really, really easy to mount. And like we said previously, you can utilize the additional hardware if required. We'll hit the power button. And easy as that, as easy as pie, they say. So on first inspection, guys, these are quite bright. Now, I don't know what the setting is straight out of the box, but it is being blown out a little bit by obviously the studio lighting. So what we will do is we'll dim down the lights and give you an indication of what the brightness levels are like and what you can come to expect. But very, very straightforward, guys. As we said previously, you can cut these strips every 10 centimeters, and within those 10 centimeters, there's 3 LEDs, which indicates that this is 30 LEDs per meter. So one thing to take note here, if you're looking just to put them on the wall, absolutely perfect. If you're not bothered about the hot spotting, if you're looking to diffuse them and put them behind a diffuser, just bear in mind that you either need a very good level of diffusion, or you need to ensure that you're replacing this particular strip with something like a 60 LED or a 144 LED per meter strip to get that ultra sleek look. What we'll do is we'll just have a look at the actual remote itself and see what some of the modes can offer. So the first mode that comes up, guys, is their Dreamcolor mode. And this is the Lepro Dreamcolor light strip. And I will say it looks absolutely fantastic. Now, the other thing to note here is whilst this offers the Dreamcolor look, it doesn't give you the controllability of individual LEDs or sections of the LED strip. For that, you would want to be looking at this Govee RGB IC light strip that we did do a review of a couple of weeks ago, if not about a month ago. I'll leave the link up here. This gives you full customization of the actual light strip itself. So if you want 10 of the LEDs to be blue, and then you want 10 of them to be white, and then 10 of them to be blue, you can customize this not only in the app, via Wi-Fi or via Bluetooth as well. So good alternative. And just a heads up, guys, this actual light strip costs the exact same as what this did. So for people that are not looking for Wi-Fi, not looking for Bluetooth, and want a simple remote with really, really good color accuracy, brightness and things like that, especially being 10 meters, then this could be an absolute stunner and basically a good alternative to that Govee option there. So what we've done, guys, is we've turned off the overhead lights just to give you an indication of the brightness, and pretty good. So it's got a 4-stage lighting. So we'll turn it up once. That's number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 4. And that's at our peak brightness. And to be quite honest with you, that is really, really good. Not to the levels of the RGB IC chips from Govee, but they are really, really bright. You wouldn't be disappointed if you had these in your room. Now, the white, fantastic. Bit more of a cool white. The blue, really nice and blue. Again, what we can do is we can change the actual colours that you want just by pressing the colour positive or negative. And it's got a whole host of different colours, guys. You can go through these as much as you like. But in terms of obviously the speeds and things like that, when you press the mode buttons, you can change those. Again, not hugely responsive, not quite sure what it's doing, if anything, the speed button, to be honest. It may need a particular mode button or the particular mode for that to be able to affect it. But in terms of the brightness, you can clearly see that it does dim down quite a lot. So it is pretty good. Now, from my perspective, the music functionality side of things is really, really good. If this is playing with the music in the background and stuff like that, you'd have a good time. It's obviously got that inbuilt mic in the actual LED controller, and some of these music modes are absolutely great as well. So this one I kind of like, it chases everything. And then you've also got this one, which is a bit more like a firework, which goes up and down, up and down. So in summary then, guys, 10 meters worth of light strips, RF controlled, no Wi-Fi, no Bluetooth, IP65, 30 LEDs per meter, can be cut, music mode inbuilt in the LED controller, some really good modes, some really good peak brightness, some really good color accuracy. That's all of the positives, okay? Now, taking into consideration everything I've said there, and then seeing what the RGB IC chips can do for the same price from Govee, I truly believe that this particular light strip is brighter than this one. It can be customized and you can control it in 3 different ways, whether you use the Bluetooth, whether you use the RF remote, or whether you use your actual Wi-Fi. There is another alternative which comes in quite a lot cheaper than this particular light strip, at around 60% of it, 50%, 60% of it. And that is this one here, which is the Nova Stella. And this is, well, it's their Nova Stella rainbow light strip. And this is actually 12 meters long, guys. It's still got the outer coating on it. You can still cut it, and it is still 2 5-meter strips. But it only comes in at around £18. Now, my personal opinion is it would match it in terms of brightness, and there's not a great deal that this light strip has got that this one hasn't. And that makes it really hard to recommend a product when there's kind of one that already does it as good. For these products, guys, I will leave a link in the description down below. I purchased all 3 from Amazon myself, so my thoughts are my own. I just want to be open and honest with you. Whilst it's a good light strip and I've got no problems using it, it needs to be for a particular purpose. So I'm hoping you've enjoyed the review, guys. If you have, make sure you leave a like. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. We would love to have you here. I wish you all the very best, and I'll see you in the next one.